crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, you can find your way, babe. Yeah, take a look around you, you can find your way, babe. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. Do something, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical. Now the pain is gone, the fame is on, and they play my song. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you.
He's heating up!
Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real game, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines we find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way.
What the fuck is that?
I done pay my dues, but where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
Inconceivable!
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I'm afraid I'm self-diagnosing myself with mental illness.
Just like Tess Holiday. Let's fucking go.
I feel like I might be struggling, but I don't want to appropriate anyone's experience. Hell.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole arm.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 25 Hundo and Schneider Dose of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everston K2, flexing on all you be.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What's going on, fam? Welcome to the show, 2592 Sunday, June the 11th. And we have Ask Papa Swolio live today. Let's get a nice round of applause. We will take some questions. We will drop some knowledge cock and we will get right into it. Make sure you check all the links down below and join the Swole fam over at swolenormousx.com to get access to all of our programs, hundreds of yoga classes, meditation, the elimination diet, thousands of recipes, and so much more. Everything you need to crush your 7 pillars over there at swolenormousx.com. That being said, let's get into today's episode. If you have live questions, you could start dropping them in the chat down below. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. We got a couple calls. We got some from Instagram, and we'll take some live chat as well. So you can start getting your questions going. Let's bust the nut wide open. We did have an accident yesterday. The squirrel broke off. Aww. So it's kind of resting right up there, but I'm going to have to re-glue the squirrel. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Let's summon the falcon and get today's party started. Let's get the nut out. Falcon. Excellent. So what I had to do is, I don't know, the button, it didn't pull up. I kind of tapped it. I didn't push it completely down. So I'm going to have to manually, we didn't get any fireworks today, but it's all right. Let's get some gorillas. We don't need fireworks. All right, let me close this shit down. I'll do it myself. Hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. Now let's get into those questions. Again, hashtag Swole Privilege will give away the Swole card at the end of today's episode. Let's see what we got here. We got questions. Let's fucking get into it. Also, on Friday, we had an overtime segment, and that episode is available now. Overtime is available in Swole TV for members, and you can check out the latest Drive Mo Gaining. Fuck you, Canada. Hey, fuck you, buddies. Fuck you, Canada. Fuck you, Canada. Go check out the brand new Driving While Gaining available in Swole TV. It was awesome. We did this in the overtime segment. It was absolutely lit. And of course, in just 8 days, that's 8 días, we have P3S7. All right. So 8 days away from episode 2600, P3S7 will be motherfucking live for 24 hours. You can get your mystery release over there at swolenormousx.com/signature on June 19th. Okay. So that's just 8 days away. And we will be having that available for 24 hours. I'll talk about a lot more in the next couple days. Now, let's jump into some questions. Let's take the first one.
What's in the box?
From Alexis Leon, 2004. At what age did you realize, Papa Swole, you needed to go to the fucking gym? I started training in high school. I started lifting in high school. Let's see. Adrian, do you take any peptides, Mr. Swole? What do you think about them? I don't think anything about them. I don't really know much about them, and I don't. So I don't really have any opinion, know much about what their action is in the body. I really have never looked into it. People are always looking for shortcuts. People are always looking for shortcuts. They're looking to get on anabolics or something as close to anabolics as possible. And look, people have so much more room to grow and develop by doing the fundamentals, right? They don't train hard enough. They don't recover efficiently enough. They don't sleep well enough. They don't eat well enough. They don't do everything else. So everyone's looking to do peptides. They're still eating fucking fast food and garbage and shit like that. So can some of these things potentially help, or anabolics improve recovery and building muscle? Sure, of course. But there's a lot of also potential side effects or long-term effects. And, you know, you're spending a lot of money on this stuff. You might get dependent on it. You have a lot of good habits to build. People don't need to jump to that shit right away. I'm probably going to look into TRT or something in the next 10 years, like within this decade of my life. But I'm not in a rush to do it. I'm still executing and focusing on the fundamentals. Always go back to the basics. All right, let's take a call. If you want to submit a call, if you want to leave a message for me and be featured on the show, go to askpapaswolio.com. Let's take a call from, oh my goodness, we have our very own Amelia. I think you're watching live. Amelia, you're on the line.
Hi, Papa Swolio. It's Amelia, and I hope all is well with you. You're looking fabulous, as always. Hey, I got a question for you about skin removal surgery. What do you think of it? I know that you have some pretty strong opinions on weight loss surgeries. My doctors are saying that I need to lose about 9 to 10 pounds of skin. So they would like to remove it to prevent any life-threatening infections or conditions in the future. And I am a little nervous about that. I know it's going to take me out of the gym for a while. And I would like to get a little more swole before I start chopping skin off. So I was wondering what your thoughts were. And I'm sorry if the question's too gross. Okay. Have a good day.
Nothing too gross for the Daily Swole. No, it's a real question. It's a real question. Thank you for the call. And thanks for putting I'm glad that your work situation got handled. If you're part of the fam, you know what's going on. Yeah, I'd be a little hesitant too, just because it's surgery. There's things going on. Now I guess I have, would you call it a strong opinion about weight loss surgery? I mean, when it comes to gastric bypass, here's the thing. I have opinions about a lot of things, but they're strong opinions. They're loosely held. Bottom line, what someone does with their body when it comes to, and I'll get to your answer in a second, what someone does when it comes to their own body, if they want to do gastric bypass, I can still have an opinion on it. People are going to do what they want to do. So people are going to do that anyway. I've just seen so many examples of people getting that surgery and they didn't change their habits and they gained the weight right back. And you're literally going in and fucking stapling your stomach or you're cinching it off and you're damaging your body rather than actually approaching your habits and improving yourself. Like, why would you want to restrict what your stomach can do? And why would you want to go in there and start fucking with shit voluntarily? Now, some people are so morbidly obese, they might save their life because they just can't make those fucking changes. And if it works for someone, that's fine. That's fine. I think a lot more people opt for that rather than actually get their shit together. So, of course, some people are going to do it and have a great story. We have some members that have gotten it done and showed amazing weight loss. And, of course, because they can't eat as much and et cetera, and they've kept it off and they've changed their habits. That's great. That's great. So it's not like I've had a lot of people get butthurt in the past of when I've mentioned stuff like that. It's like, oh, be quiet. Be quiet. It's true. That's why you're getting offended. So it's a matter of the individual, but a lot more people opt for lipo or they opt for stomach stapling or they do these things rather than actually fucking change their habits. So that being said, excess skin removal is completely different. So yeah, I mean, you don't want any complications. So I would say, let's get some other responses or people that have had personal experience from it. But yeah, I mean, if it's going to improve your quality of life, that has nothing to do with changing your digestive system in order to restrict your caloric intake. So I think a lot of that can probably improve, especially how you feel about yourself and all this extra weight and skin that's not doing anything and potentially becoming a risk long term. I mean, my opinions are do what you want to do, and you can always get a second opinion and, think about it. But yeah, it could dramatically improve your life. I wouldn't doubt it. Let's see. We got a couple responses from the fam. Nancy says, I had 9 to 10 pounds of skin removed after having 2 C-sections that messed everything up down there. Would do it again in a heartbeat to remove the skin. Just make sure you give your body time to heal. The lumpiness that I had was so discouraging, and there was nothing I could do to fix it other than cutting it off. Yeah, I mean, when you have extra skin, it's not like... That's a different type of approach, right? That's a different type of approach than... I'm going to get lipo, or not lipo, but gastric bypass because... for the reasons I mentioned already. Jessica, I'm on day 12 of recovery from a belt lipectomy and fleur delis. I don't know what that is, unless that's a typo. Cut around the body and up the middle to remove skin and tie down the open diastasis. My doctor said I'm only the second person to have lost 220 pounds without gastric bypass. He said my body composition is ideal because of the way I lost it. I had 8 pounds of pure skin removed, no lipo or fat. I'm healing great. Yeah, so that's a little bit more cosmetic, right? But there could also be some health concerns if you have a lot of extra skin. So again, that kind of stuff, I mean, that's up to you and your doctor and your healthcare practitioners. I don't have any strong opinions rather than, yeah, if you want to do it and you have the ability to do it and that's something you want to do, I don't blame you for wanting to do that. If I had a lot of extra skin, I'd probably want it removed too. I have stretch marks and stuff, and from when I was like a big heavier in this, but building muscle and building some more structure underneath is going to be a lot better if you do get that removed, and it's going to fill out your structure more. The Misguided 1729, thanks for the call. How can I push past my quote not constant, or parentheses not constant bouts of depression and go to the gym? Well, it's consistency and execution. So you make it something that you can't avoid and that you do regardless of how you feel. Your goal with your life, we've talked about this with Pedro in the past on roundtables and stuff. You want to raise the floor. You want to raise your lower days. So you want to decrease the amplitude of those downs and the ups, and you want to raise everything up. So like I said, if you're more consistent with your training, you're more consistent with what you do for your 7 pillars, you're going to have better bad days. You're going to have workouts that aren't that great, but you're getting better workouts that aren't that great, if you know what I'm saying. The more opportunities you give yourself to execute, the better you're going to have, the more good workouts you're going to have, but you're also going to make those days that are kind of like meh better overall, and it raises everything long term. You're not going to have an up all the time. And is it a bout of depression? Is it just a low mood? What are you eating? What's your lifestyle like? A lot of times depression is a result of lifestyle habits, not getting enough sunlight, not eating good food, spending too much time on social media, not getting enough sleep, all these different things, sunlight, all these different things are very important for overall wellness that people completely, going outside on grass and fucking bare feet, just doing things out in nature, getting out of cities. A lot of times that just causes people so much stress and anxiety at a low level because you're not supposed to be stacked on top of other humans, packed into fucking sardine cans in these dirty fucking cities. You're supposed to be out around grass and nature and stuff a lot more. So that can help tremendously. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what else we got here. OC Biggs 714. Papa Swolio, have you ever experienced gassy side pain on the left side of your stomach from pre-workout? I mean, have I ever gotten gas or had like stomach? Yeah, of course. From pre-workout, not that I can, well, I've had pre-workout in the past. I only do my own stuff. I'll have black coffee and I don't take anything with artificial sweeteners and stevia and monk fruit bullshit. So there's nothing wrong with certain elements like creatine, or if you're doing citrulline malate, or there's some things that are beneficial, but you don't want all the additives or stimulants. So if you have any kind of gastrointestinal distress, discontinue what you're consuming immediately. You're probably consuming some sort of mainstream low quality garbage pre-workout. And a lot of times those things have other issues and contaminants in them. So you shouldn't be having any, that's inflammation. Your body is rejecting it. You're having a reaction from it. So any kind of food, this is what the elimination diet does. Anytime you have irritations or a reaction to whatever you're eating, that should be removed from your consumption. Your body is telling you what's going on. And this is how a lot of people don't perceive it. Like, oh my God, this is edible. I should be able to. What's wrong with me? Have I ever done that? Your body is telling you this is fucked. Don't put this in the body. And everyone's going to be different. Some people, if they ate zucchini, they'd be like, oh my God. Other people, they won't feel anything. Some people, they'll eat some Brussels sprouts. I don't know why you would voluntarily, but they won't have any major issues. Other people, they would just, their stomach would just be in so much pain for a day. So everyone's different, but your body is giving you a sign. Your body is telling you, do not put this in. And that's what she said. Oh, yeah.
Because.
Jim Carella, what's your advice on insulin resistance? What do you mean? Avoid it. Many, if not most, issues that are chronic diseases that are preventable from humans are related to insulin resistance. What do you mean, what's my advice? Animal-based. Don't consume tons of carbohydrates. Low glycemic fruits, tons of protein and fat. To help cure, you got to change your lifestyle habits. Better sleep, elimination diet. There's a lot of things. Get more specific with what you're consuming. All right, let's see. Joe MC30, Papa Swolio, how do skinny guys get buff? By eating a lot of good quality food, protein and fats and stuff, and lifting heavy fucking weights for years. Some of these questions. How do we build muscle? Pancha Rieta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Papa Swolio, how do you lift heavy weight without damage? Well, I'm going to translate this because I'm assuming you mean without injury, because you're damaging the muscle, you're creating stress. So what I would recommend is training intensely with excellent form, proper sleep and nutrition, everything, and then giving your body enough time to recover. Don't do a ton of volume so you're not injuring the joints. You want to strengthen and challenge the muscles and the connective tissue without overloading. And if you do use a ton of bad form with momentum, or you do too much volume and you don't give yourself enough time to recover, you're going to get more connective tissue and joint pain and damage. So train hard and then recover. Yeah, fuck carrots, by the way. Jason Vo 06, Papa Swolio, how do beginners start working out at the gym? Learn how to train properly, get on a consistent training program. Again, if you don't have one, I recommend you do our 90-day dash program in Swolenormous X. And you need to make sure that you are starting with low volume, low moderate intensity, and just getting consistent and learning how to do it properly and giving yourself enough chance to recovery and focusing on nutrition. Start slow and steady, learn and go from there. General questions are going to get general answers. And I know Instagram, you can't put a ton of words in there, but we're not going to spend a lot of time on really like, how do I get in shape? Toxic Munib, Papa Swolio, how to lose belly fat as quickly as possible. Speaking of which,
Matt Damon.
Stop thinking about things that are worthwhile, worth having as quickly. Do things right and you will make progress. So check out our 7 pillars. Go to swolenormousx.com and start there. Toxic Munib with that toxic bullshit of a fucking question. Wilberto Sierra, Papa Swolio, what are your top 3 low glycemic fruit? I'm not going to go over like low glycemic. I mean, you could look it up. I don't think too much about that. I'm just putting that out there. But the fruits that I consume, at least right now, I'm not saying they're low glycemic or anything like that, but right now the mango tree they're all getting ripe at the same time. So I'm out there picking mangoes all the time. So I'm eating a lot of fresh mangoes. But what people don't understand is they'll eat a lot of like tons of fruit like all the time. And fruit's great, but tree ripened fruit and not all the fucking time. So I'll be pounding mangoes for like the next, week or 2 or 3, but then there's no more mangoes over here. So it's like a little spurt and it's super hot. It's like 95 degrees. It's humid and they're fresh and they're delicious. So it's like a boom. It's like a spike of like tons of this, long days, a lot of like losing a lot of moisture, super hot, hydration. So it's like an evolutionary thing. It's just a temporary period where they're all ripe. But lately I've just been having like bananas, mangoes, and watermelon. And this has nothing to do with glycemic, but generally I like berries. I mean, I like mangoes. Mangoes do great for me. I'm not a big fan of I like raspberries, but the oxalates, it hurts my tongue. So I have to be careful with how much. Strawberries are pretty good. Blueberries are pretty good. Usually berries are good for people, but blueberries are probably a really good one. Okay. McLaughlin Matthew, whatever. Go-to bicep workout. Basics. Stop getting complicated. A lot of people just don't do the basics properly enough. The best exercise is a barbell fucking curl. Barbell curl is so underrated. Flat bar, not one of those stupid fucking easy bars. Those are ridiculous. Barbell curl is great. 3 exercises that I do, I really don't get fancier than this. Sometimes I'll use a different piece of equipment in order to execute this, but 3 exercises: incline dumbbell curl, barbell curl, and preacher curl. So I like dumbbell preacher. I also have an awesome preacher curl machine that's fucking awesome. So I like doing that depending on, how I feel. So I'll do, and that's a lengthened position. So the incline dumbbell curl is one of the best exercises because you're starting it from a stretch position, standing barbell curl, and a preacher curl. So shortened position, lengthened position, and mid-range position. Simple. Positive charisma. Would you eat ice cream if made with fresh cream and fresh fruit as a snack versus sugar ice in the store? Yeah, I pretty much do that. I'm actually doing that now because we have so many mangoes. So you use raw cream, fresh mangoes, egg yolks, honey, and some vanilla. You can fuck around, or if you don't like the honey or don't like vanilla, you can, and then you make your own ice cream. So usually what do we do after dinner or something like that? I'll take a bowl of frozen mangoes and I'll pour some raw cream on it, and then just kind of mix it up, put a little salt on it, and just eat the mango with the raw cream on it, or some raw yogurt. So, because I like to chew the mangoes and stuff, but if you blend it up, it's just ice cream. But it's actually real fucking ingredients. It's not tons of extra added sugar and high fructose corn syrup, and it's disgusting. But fucking raw cream and mangoes is amazing. Amazing. Harry, Papa Swolio just signed up for Swolenormous X and starting primer week of the 90-day dash tomorrow. Can I start Swollen 7 core with it? Sure, bro. Sure. If you want to. Depends on if you want to do it at the end. I would recommend Swollen 7 mobility as a warm-up, but you could do Swollen 7 core on the Swole Good days too, or after the workout. So up to you. Swollen 7 core, these Swollen 7 movements or these workouts that we have in the Swollen 7 section, you can use them as standalone. You could use them as warm-ups for certain things. You can use them as, part of like the mobility or the core on off days from the weights. So absolutely. Harry says, I've lost a total of 110 pounds on my own so far since 2010. Excited to get over the hump to my goal weight. Thanks for all your resources. You're welcome. Welcome to the fam. Jessica, ooh, Papa likes it raw. Baby, I like it raw.
Wait, your bigger stickers? Here's of this.
Baby, I like it raw. Oh, okay. Okay, it's me, Adi, 22. Papa Swolio, how to get big and round chest. Hey, Papa Swolio. Chest big, round. Hey. Well, one, everyone's got different genetics when it comes to muscle tie-ins, but I would make sure, like anything else, you train the muscles in their lengthened positions. You train them in their shortened positions. Muscles have actions, period, end of story. And sometimes they have 2 actions, sometimes they have 3, sometimes they have an integrated action. So for example, the biceps, you're going to do elbow flexion, you'll do supination of the forearm, and also do shoulder flexion. And in different positions, you'll kind of hit the muscle fibers, but the muscle fibers run in whatever direction that they run. So you want to make sure that you hit the chest area from a couple different angles. So I would do a flat or decline press. You could do a decline press. You could do chest dips. You could do a flat press with dumbbell or barbell. Personally, I think a lot of people don't have good form with dumbbell, but you could do barbell. Like it's fine. And some sort of incline press. You don't need a super high incline, but a lower incline is great. Dumbbell or barbell or machine. And, I would also throw in some sort of a fly movement. And there's a lot of different grip positions and elbow positions that are important. So yeah, you have clavicular fibers, you have the sternal fibers for the pecs, you have the costal fibers. So you just want to hit a couple different angles to make sure you're stimulating different aspects of the mechanics of the chest. So chest dips or decline press is fantastic. I just got a decline chest press machine and I haven't used it yet because my cycle for my training, I'm really excited to use it. So it depends. It depends on what your gym has access to. But chest dips are fantastic. Dumbbell pullovers are great for like the costal fibers and stuff. Yeah, dumbbell flies are great. If you have a fly machine or a pec deck, that's also awesome. What I like about, and here's like what I found from, different pieces of equipment, different things that I have. I always talk about exercises as a tool. So I have a bunch of just, Swole fam, you're going to see videos and stuff like that, but you guys know I have equipment outside. We just put up a couple canopies and we're going to do some gutter work for like rain and stuff like that, but put up some canopies so all the machines are underneath. So I was outside rearranging different things. I have a plate loaded fly machine. And the interesting thing is there's different exercises that are going to be good at different moments. So for a chest fly, whether it's a flat or incline flies are fantastic. Great stretch. But you'll know if you do flies that there's no tension when the joints are stacked. So as you come over the body, as the dumbbells become over your shoulders, there's no tension unless you have bands. This is why a pec deck or having crossovers and things like that are beneficial. But if you're not anchored with your body, then your core and your stability is going to counter, and you're going to lose some energy and you're going to lose some force production because it's a less stable exercise. So if you're doing a fly, the tension is at the lowest part of the movement, right? And that's not much at the top. What I like about this one machine that I have, and I alternate different workouts, I'll do dumbbell flies or I'll do these machine flies, is because at the bottom, it's like very light. There's really not too much stress at the bottom, which is good from a safety standpoint, is that, there's not a lot of tension at the bottom of the movement. But of course, when you're doing the exercise, you do want a lot of tension. But if I'm doing a lot of presses, if I'm doing flat press or incline press or decline press, I've gotten a lot of tension in that, that stretched position. So when I'm doing flies on this particular machine, it's lighter at the bottom. But then when I come to the center, like here, it's fucking brutal right here. So the tension of this one particular machine that I have, the tension is maximal where dumbbell flies are usually the weakest. And it's fucking crazy from like here, the mid-range, it's all here. But then at the bottom, it's much lighter. So I can explode. So it hits a lot differently. And it's a great complement to the pressing movements. So dumbbell flies are great, but you also have to think about where certain machines or certain movements create tension on the muscles. Like what part of the actual strength profile of the body part that you're working, where the tension is maximal. So fucking cool. Deux percutier te. What's going on here? What's that? What kind of a name is that? What's happening? Papa Soy, I went from a 32 waist to a 30, but I didn't lose any weight. Steady at 150. Does fat move? How does this happen? I mean, if you're measuring accurately, it could just put on some muscle. Or you lost some fat, but you kind of put on some water weight. Fat doesn't really move. You're always like creating fat and breaking down fat stores. So this is body composition. Good stuff. Positive charisma. Papa Swolio, did your cold plunge get fixed? No. That's why I'm fucking cranky. My last like 2 or 3 weeks has been a fucking hot mess, literally hot. And I can't get cold enough water. I don't want to go to the gas station and get some ice. I could have done that. It kicked on one time, so I did. But I'm kind of like, you know what? Patience. Because I need to gut it and clean it all out. But I'm getting a new chiller. They sent one. So hopefully it's going to show up soon. It should be here. That's like coming. Actually, I'm going to look it up right now on FedEx. Should be coming soon. I am super fucking... I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get it back. And I'm actually going to appreciate it, I think. Just because... And I will tell you, like, the last couple weeks when it's been broken, it's like... It's so fucked up doing it every morning. Having such a solid fucking habit and doing it and getting that benefit. Oh, it feels amazing. And then all of a sudden to not have it, it's fucking ridiculous. And I know it's a first world problem. I'm really fortunate. I'm super happy to like have had it, but to have it and then not, it's like, I just feel hot every morning. I can't cool off. And it's Florida, so we only have so much cold water. You turn on freezing, it'll be cold for a short period, and then it just kind of meh. So I don't have a delivery. I don't have a delivery date. Yo, you better fucking get that shit to me first. It says delivery date pending. Motherfucker. Of course, like I said, I could dump ice in it. I'm kind of like, you know what? Whatever. I'll deal. But it's going to be really cool. It's going to be like getting it for the first time again. But I'm going to have to like build the habit back up again and the neural. It's going to be nice. It's not going to take too long. I'm so excited. Freddie, what about the easy bars do you not like? I find at the bottom it feels easier on your wrists. Yeah, but I mean, it's your wrist mobility and your grip placement. That's more of the issue because supination, you're not fully supinating your biceps. So you're not getting the full contraction of the biceps. From easy curl to flat bar, I just feel the flat so much better. I don't hate easy bar. It's just not, you're not getting the full supination. You're not getting the full ability to contract for the biceps. But if you feel that one better, then you feel that one better. Everyone's different, or your grip position, but everyone's different. So again, you might find in whatever exercise any of you choose, there might be a certain movement that you fucking love and you get great development. You get great results from doing flat bench and you don't like incline. You get great development. You have natural, then, you know, you figure that and you fucking do that one. That's a lot what this game is. Now, it doesn't take complicated movements. You're not gonna be like, well, if I do a curl like this over my fucking head, all of a sudden, all the results, come on. Pick a basic movement that you feel great with. So Freddie, if he really loves and he gets great results doing an easy bar curl, then fucking do the easy bar curl. You know, you try both. Well, this one, I just feel better. And this one, then do that one. But you want to do a basic curl. You don't get fancy with the exercises. Do something basic, fucking heavy, and then see which one works best for you. So there's exercise that I do that get me great results. And then someone else who's also muscular might do different exercises. They prefer it. They, whatever. But it's when you start getting fancy that you just start drifting from the fucking effort and the intensity. Don't get fancy with the volume and with the exercise selection. A lot of people do things online, you know, for the gram. They do it for social media, or they do it because it looks cool, and they're setting up this whole fucking jungle gym for an exercise. Like, dude, you need to do more squats and eat more fucking food. And people don't want to do the basics. People don't want to do, they want it to be this carnival ride. No. You have to train really fucking hard, brief, and then get back to recovering. Okay, let's see. Rye Guy 45. What are your thoughts on using gravity boots for back pain and abs? What the fuck are gravity boots? Do you mean the things that you hang upside down with? I'm just going to be honest, I've never used them. I think inversion tables can have a benefit, but you can also adjust the intensity. So I wouldn't go from like not doing it, just hanging upside down. Plus, people get stuck all the time, so be careful. I think you're much better for back pain, doing Jefferson curls, doing reverse hyperextensions, and yoga and stuff like that. You'll improve tremendously. John. Danny DeVito. Papa Swolio, going to the beach soon and sunburn is inevitable for my pale-ass skin, even with umbrella and clothing coverage. Well, that's not true. You put clothing on, you're not going to burn. Do you know of any non-toxic sunscreen brands on that slathering toxic shit? You're still going to have problems, dude. Like, the whole point is you need to expose yourself to early morning sun slowly over time. So you got to be really careful. It's all about the exposure. Like, how are you going to get burned with clothing coverage? How's that work? I mean, that's the problem. You're going to the beach from 0 to 100. You should be getting more consistent sun. That way you're not just going out in the hottest point. Or go earlier in the morning and then don't be out there all fucking day long. I don't know. I don't know of brands or anything. I don't, because I don't wear any of that shit. If I get hot, I go inside or I go in the shade. You know, I take a break from it. I was outside all day in the sun yesterday. I'm fine. But I built up that base. I built it up. Yeah, I think seed oils too are a huge part of it. Vegetable oils, seed oils, and low quality food intake. When my consumption has continuously improved, I mean, it's fantastic. It's a huge difference. Huge difference. Okay. Let's take a call. This one's called, oh, we got a call. And the caller, it says glutes. It says glutes. I don't think glutes are calling me.
Hey, Papa.
What's up?
So,
What's
question.
up, glutes?
I have no ass. Yeah. No cheeks.
Inconceivable!
What can I do to build, and I know most guys don't really care about this, but
They do. They should.
my wife makes fun of me because I literally have no butt cheeks. So what can I do?
Emotional damage!
And my butt.
Your wife's making fun of you, poor guy. Let's get this guy some fucking caboose. What can you do for your glutes? Strength training, heavy squats, RDLs, deadlifts, reverse hyperextensions, but not reverse. Well, reverse hypers are good too, but rounded back extensions on a 45-degree back extension are great for glutes. Kettlebell swings. Lots of stuff, man. A lot of hip hinge exercises. Let's get that booty. Let's get that booty. I mean, this is a call, so I need more information. But what are you doing now for training? You got to start strength training hard. Kettlebell swings are fantastic for glutes. Fantastic. And any guy should care about glutes. Trust me. You have a nice ass, women notice. Everyone wants a nice ass. A lot of people just think like, oh, guys want a girl with a nice ass. I mean, I would take a nice ass over tits any day. Like a flat ass and breasts make me nauseous. It's like, it's a horrible look. It's so fucking gross. Having a girl with like big breasts and no butt, it's like a guy that skips leg day. So fucking squats. And squats are not like the best. If you do squats properly with a high bar, you're not doing a ton for glutes, but it's great for overall leg development. And then you could focus more on hip hinges like RDLs and good mornings, kettlebell swings, hip thrusts. Oh, yeah. Sandra, man's ass. See, everyone loves booty. Everyone loves booty. Everyone loves booty. John says maybe I'll have better luck since I cut out seed oils. That doesn't fix the fact that you don't have the proper development of the sun. So doing weight training and building muscle over time is just like building sun tolerance and your body adapting, creating more melanin. So just cutting out seed oil is like, oh, maybe not going to burn. If you don't get sun and then you just get tons of sun, you're going to fucking roast, and that's not good for you. So if you want to build up sun tolerance, you need to go out in the sun early morning, like 7, 8, 9, and build that up over time. And then you can start being out in the sun longer during other time periods. But still, you can still get burned at any time. But also for me personally, when I'm out in the sun, I'm not sitting there like, just getting sun. It depends. I don't need to go out there and just cook and lay there. If it's too hot, I'm like, it's too fucking hot. But I'm out there doing something. I'm walking through. I'm going from one place to another for shade, or I'll go inside the house. So I'm moving around. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm not just sitting there cooking like I'm on a frying pan. So you just gotta be careful. Men's asses. All right, let's take a couple more questions. Vargas C75, Papa Swolio, how to stop my eating habits? Well, you don't want to stop eating. I mean, fasting's good, but create a better environment. Get rid of people in your life that are encouraging bad habits. 7 pillars are very important. So stop your eating habits. A lot of times it's who you spend your time with. So much of what people fuck around with nutrition is that they're going to parties all the time. They're hanging out with people that eat like shit, that are always encouraging to eat like shit, that don't exercise. You need to spend time with people that have the attributes and the things that you want to achieve. You need to surround yourself with people that have things that you're aspiring to be. If you want to get in better shape, you want to have better habits, and spend time with people that are in better shape, that have better habits. Okay. Elizabeth T. Sunrise light buildup is awesome. Has made a great difference for me. I don't need to cover. Haven't used sunscreen in years. Fact, most people don't build up. Again, you don't need to be out in the sun. I'm not saying I'm going to be out in the middle of the summer heat for fucking 10 hours. But I go outside. I don't even think about it. I'm not going to burn. I go out in the sun. It's hot. And guess what? It's really hot. So I go in the fucking shade, or I go back inside after a little while. I don't put sunscreen on at all. And it's amazing. It's great. It's great. You don't need it. I still cover my face. I don't want fucking just light just cooking my face and my eyes. It's bright. I don't use sunglasses. I'll just wear a hat if I want to. I want my eyes to get the light. Okay, let's see. Your boy Ruhan. Your boy Ruhan. Your boy. I was like, your boy Ruhan. Your boy Ruhan. Papa Swolio. How long have you been to the gym, and how long has it been since you have ate junk food? I don't know, man. What do you consider junk food? Like, I mean, I had sushi like a month or so ago and it fucked me up. Like, I think I'm just not going to have fucking sushi anymore. Even if I just have sushi, it's such a fucking risk. It just fucks me up. So, I mean, junk food? Like, what would you consider? Sour Patch Kids? Like, that's junk food, right? I don't know. Watch my videos. What was that, like 5 years ago? I don't know. I don't think about food like that. I don't cheat. I don't have to cheat. I just don't eat shit quality food. How long have I been training? I've been training for over 20 years. Thank you for the question. Justin Liu, 2007, last Instagram question. Thank God. V squats, Papa Swolio, or barbell squats? Which one is more effective for glute growth? Both or neither. V squats. What do you mean by a V squat? I know of a machine that's called V squat. It has like the shoulder kind of like harness kind of pad, but it depends on the machine. Okay, so for example, I don't necessarily talk shit, but like, I'm not a huge fan of leg press. I'm thinking about getting a leg press, but it depends on the leg press. A lot of them are garbage. A lot of leg machines are garbage. A lot of machines in general are garbage, but a lot of machines are garbage for some people and better for other people. Depends on your joint length and how it feels for you, etc. So whatever machine you're using, doesn't matter what body part, it's got to be a good machine. All right. It's got to be something that works for you. It's got to be something that fits your body that you feel a lot. So a lot of leg press machines are trash. So if I personally got a leg press machine, it'd be like an old school leg press machine, because you could definitely do some exercise on it. You could do some calves. You could do a bunch of different things. So like, I don't like a lot of the newer fancier shit, but, so a V squat or a hack squat or a leg press, like it really has to, and it depends on how you use it. Because if you're on a machine for legs, you can move your feet in different positions. So if you're trying to activate your glutes, I would say there's better exercises. If you want to focus on glutes, I would focus on something that's specifically posterior chain, like an RDL, like kettlebell swings, like glute hyperextensions, like kettlebell swings, like, maybe sumo wide, like depth squats when you're, on risers, you have a kettlebell or a T, like a weight pin, and you're doing squats like really deep from like an externally rotated position. There are a lot of great exercises for glutes. So I would do a glute or a posterior chain focus exercise. Don't do squats for glutes. Will your glutes work? Sure, but they're not going to be the primary. It's mostly a quad exercise. Depends on how you do them, but again, if you're trying to target your glutes, there's better exercises than squats and V squats. But it depends on where your foot positions are. Oh, here we go. All right, any last minute questions? So we did a bunch of things. Let me make a couple announcements. If you want to submit a call, tomorrow's episode is our accountability meeting at 12 noon Eastern time. So if you want to call in, leave a message, askpapaswolio.com to do so. Also, make sure you get on the mailing list if you want to get emails. We're going to send out another one probably today. So get on that shit, make emailswoleagain.com, and my knowledge cock will stretch out your inbox. Make sure you are working on that inbox. Come on, open it up to me. Open it up to me. Your phone's going to get a lot heavier, but you're going to like it. And of course, check out all the new merch over there at papaswolio.com. Use code Daily Swole for 10% off. But also you'll see on the header that we have a special code for 4th of July merch. Use code USA for 20% off 4th of July collection. But we have water bottles that are fucking awesome from Camelback. We have Swole Privilege, Only Swole. We have these cool new dad hat color and fade designs. We have tie-dye hats, which are great, but probably my favorite image that's showing off. And this is just a sample of what we have. There's every different design and hat you want, but the Go to the Fucking Gym camo, the Swole Acceptance in red. These are fire designs. We have bucket hats and shit like that. But again, all 4th of July merch. Just go over to papaswolio.com and check it out. Get some new merch. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Signature Series, swolenormousx.com/signature, June 19th. It's going to be fucking lit. And yeah, we're going to be talking about it. Episode 2600 is right around the corner. Right around the corner. Now it's time. Oh, the Swole card fell. Hashtag Swole Privilege. Let's give it away. It fell. I know. There you have it. All right. See? It's okay, Freddy. It's all right. You fucking goddamn bird. Oops. Peaceful protester. Burn it down. Swole privilege. Who's getting some swole privilege? Come on, eh? Come on. All right. I think he definitely has some privilege. Matt Gibbons. Congratulations, Gidget Brownie. All right. Matt, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2592 in the subject. Your mailing address and the body of the email will send you this swole privilege card. Congratulations, Matthias. Can I call you Matthias? Just did. Just fucking did. I just did. I just did. You better like it. Let's take some soundboard requests. Thanks for being here. Great Ask Papa Swolio live. Good questions, even from Instagram. That was nice. Good topics, good conversation. Tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Accountability meeting for members only, so it'll be private. Join us at enormousx.com.
What the fuck is that?
Ooh, Hobo's dick cheese. That's a nice one. Here we go. I got
How
you.
about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Loud noises! Shut up, bitch! How shall we fuck off, oh lord?
Dodson, we've got Dodson here!
The eyes, Chico. Never lie.
Now, once you've had sex with the woman, she will naturally start to depend on you, okay? All women do this.
Pay that man his money. Are there any women here today?
Coast to coast. Ooh, oh, I hit something. Oh my God, I clipped it. Clipped it on this foot plate. All right, fam, thanks for being here. Great episode today. Great Q&A. Thanks for participating. Crank that hog up, and I'll be back tomorrow for the accountability meeting. New releases, awesome member questions. Like I said, get on that email list, and we'll send you another email today. Thanks for being here, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Peace, McGee's, deuce, magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks
racks in a fanny pack, couple hundred in a Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's the bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies.